Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we're diving back into my babies, the boys of SB19. I didn't even realize this was coming out. I was on a Discord chat with Synergic, and I was just scrolling through YouTube as we were finishing up, and I saw like an hour ago this got released, and I'm like, well, we're reacting to this. So we're diving into SB19 and their Wish Bus performance of Crimzone, and I'm excited. I didn't realize, like I said, I didn't realize this was coming out now, but it just makes me more and more excited because, like I mentioned a couple weeks ago, when I was still working on my Morissette top 10 Wish Bus ranking video, that I wanted to do SB19's Wish Bus performances next. So the fact that we're getting these released so quickly makes me feel like, okay, that video can I can start getting in the works for that video. I don't know how many, I don't know if they did the whole EP on this Wish Bus visit that they did here. I don't know how many of the tracks they did, but once this set of Wish Bus reactions is done and recorded and all that stuff, then I'll get started finalizing that list, and that video will come out sometime soon in the next couple months. But let's just dive in and see what the boys do with the song whilst sitting down. Oh, look at that crowd. See, and that's here in the US, so it makes me happy to see that crowd out there welcoming them. Woo! They look so good. Like, their skin is glowing. Okay, come on, Justin, with a little bass. It's the combination of the bass and the vocal fry. It's right. Sing, baby. Come on, babies. Let Crimzone drip. Person outside wilding right now. Same girl, but I'm keeping it on the inside right now, so I don't want to accidentally knock something over. I've done it before. I don't think I say it nearly often enough, but Pablo has such beautiful eyes. I'm always talking about Josh because he's always looking at the camera and making me feel things, but Pablo has such beautiful eyes. Oh. Sing, baby. I got blood in my name. Cause I ain't losing this game. I do everything. Don't care if you believe me. Di ako magsisisi. Buong ibibigay puso kaluluwa ko. Heto lang ang kaya ko. Sa buhat ko. Di ba woo! And the video editing on this too is nice. Sun, slicing, dicing in the drip, drip, drip. Now we run, we go hard Oh, I see the rings, baby. I see the rings. But you see how Stell was doing this. He didn't have a ring on because he's waiting for me to put one on. I see.
Wish Crimzone. On way. 107.5.
Yes, babies. Like I said, I love seeing an audience of that size. Granted, it's not the biggest Wish Bus audience I've ever seen, but since this was Wish Bus USA, so this is when they were doing their tour, and I think that this bus is in LA, might have been on their LA stop. It makes me so happy to see them still have that kind of a crowd, and they were getting hype out there, and I don't blame them because literally that's how it was at the concert. Like you could not keep people in their seats when it came to these upbeat banger kind of songs. People were up out of their seats jumping and just having the time of their lives because the energy that they give from the stage is so infectious. So like here, they're just sitting down. They're sitting down chilling, but they're still vibing. They're still having a good time doing their thing. But that same sort of energy is just pouring out of them to the people outside. Like I said, homegirl out there in the white shirt, she was going crazy, losing her mind. And I'm like, girl, same. Live your life. I'm here for it. Vocals were fantastic. And I love... That's one thing I love about watching them perform live, because there's so many things that I probably hear when I'm listening to the recorded track, but I don't notice quite as much as I do when I'm watching it live. So like this, like especially going out of, I think, that second verse, or right when they had like that really fun like camera work when Stell hit the that's not the note, but I don't, not warmed up for that. But when he did that and the camera was like zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, and it was doing all this fun stuff, right leading up to that, there was such like a rapid fire, this person sings, this person sings, this person raps, this person raps. Like we're bouncing all over the place, but in such an interesting way. And I feel like that's one of their strengths, aside from just their voices and their energy and whatnot. And I've mentioned it before, they do such great and interesting things harmonically. They usually have such great, interesting harmony lines, but they do a lot of like layering, vocal layering in just such interesting ways, interesting patterns. Sometimes it'll be this person singing, and then it'll be two of them singing at once, and then it'll be three people, and then this one will drop out, and then this one will drop out, and then someone will hop on, and like they just layer vocals and they stagger their vocals in such interesting ways. So that was one moment where it's like I was bouncing, I didn't know who I needed to look at, because I'm like boom, 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 and the next person will raise the energy level, next person raise the energy level, next person, and I'm just like, oh, like it, you could feel that build, even though they were sitting down, but you could feel that energy rising, and it's just, ooh, it's just so good, so good. And yeah, like I was mentioning there in the middle, well, mentioning there towards the beginning when Ken opens his mouth, I said it pretty much every video for like the last month and a half, 2 months. I love his bass. I mean, I love his head voice. I love when he's in his head voice and his, you know, stronger chest voice. But when he's in the basement, and it's the combination of just the bass and the vocal fry that he does, that sort of distortion on his voice, it just hits me in a way, and it just makes me feel something. I'm like, yes, sing. And Justin surprised me with his little it was a quick little spoken line, but still holding down that little bass line. I'm like, okay, I see you, baby, too. You're not all just up in the head range. I see you, baby. Obviously, Stell was holding down all of those screeching to the high heavens, because Stell has a range. He can do it. He's fantastic. We know that. But yeah, like I was saying, I feel like I'm always talking about Josh's eyes, because he doesn't matter whether he's wearing contacts or not. Every time he looks at camera, it just looks like he is just seducing the camera. He just has this look about him. So I'm always talking about Josh's eyes. But Pablo has such beautiful eyes. Like, whether or not he's wearing contacts doesn't matter. Like, just there's this brightness in his eyes. And I'm not talking about the color. There's just like this, I don't know, this light I guess, the inner light in him that just shining through. He just has such beautiful eyes. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul, and we know he's got a beautiful soul. So maybe that's what I'm seeing pouring out. But he just has such pretty eyes, and I'm just like, yeah. So I've always loved the little beauty mark he's got up there by his lip. I'm like, oh, he's just so adorable. I love them. I love them. But yeah, this is fantastic. Like I said at the top, their skin is just glowing. I don't know what their skincare routine is, but it is working. Their skin was glowing. Pablo, no, not Pablo. Ken and Justin look super tanned with the contrast of the pale blonde hair. Stell, I've said it since the day one he became a ginger. Ginger suits him. I've always had an affinity for gingers, and ginger Stell just hits just right. Yeah, they just, what can you say? I could fangirl on and on and on, but you guys don't want to hear all of that. So I'm going to just pause it here and just say that they were fantastic, and I'm happy to see them, and I can't wait. If you guys know how many Wish Bus performances they recorded from this recent EP, let me know, because I don't want to make my, or start making my list too soon and then miss out on performances, because that's kind of sort of what happened with Morissette's Wish Bus performances. I started making the list and I asked you guys to vote on this, that, the other, and then she put out like 3 or 4 ones after I finished the list. I'm like, okay, well, now I gotta work these in somehow. So I don't want to like start the list until I'm done reacting to all of their stuff. And I am gonna go back and react to their solo stuff too. I don't know if I'll include their solo performances in the list of top 10 Wish Bus performances. I might make a separate list just for their solo performances, but as far as the group stuff, if there's any that I've missed, I'm gonna go back and react to those over the next month or so. But yeah, if you guys know how many Wish Bus performances they recorded during this session, let me know so I can just kind of keep track of it. But hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications to be notified when all my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. Don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. Mwah.